Hey, what's up guys, my name is Isam and you're watching Everyone's Story. Today in the video I am going to break down Pokemon Journey new special preview, and man, this is beating the internet again and again. Anyway, you guys quickly like the video and subscribe the channel, and I directly jump straight to the video. So now the preview starts with Ash and Lucario reaching the Hemlock Gym, means Ryan Gym, and in my opinion Ash and Lucario had come here maybe to practice with Ryan or maybe to challenge Ryan to a battle. Since up to now we don't know which upcoming episode frame it is, so we have to wait and see now. Now in the next frame we saw Ash and Do riding on Walmart and Do reading his Pokédex. Potentially in my opinion they are finding any location, maybe to catch Pokemon or for something else. Also in the background is saying we are in the climate stage for the series. And it's a very obvious line, thus Pokemon Journey is going to end this year, maybe before or during November month. And after that Generation 9 of Pokemon will start. So now most likely we will see this series that a little fast now. Anyway, after that Ash, Do and Chloe were shown surrounded by trees, and in background we will see trees with Divine Twilight Alola vibe. So I think our trio is going to visit Alola region, this time all three together. Plus it seems that there is a party going on in Alola region, since some people are saying that it could be Professor Tutti and Burnett 1 year of marriage anniversary. However, it would be very weird if it happened. Anyway, in my opinion, maybe this party would be for Lily and her family coming back to Alola region. That seemed more logical to happen. Although then we saw a Pokemon contest stage, which may be related to the next episode in which Chloe is going to participate in a contest. After that we saw Ash looking down, so whether or not it would be Ash looking to someone in a battle or maybe something bad happened. But without anything bad happen, Ash never looked down like this. Then we saw a small scene of Do looking up, with then a transition change and we saw Ash activating his Ash-Greninja bond phenomenal. But then again the frame changed and we saw the trio looking at something, with then we saw Leon being in a spotlight. After that we saw Pikachu, maybe he is in the middle of a battle using Iron Tail on someone. Since in the background we could see a Pokemon, or maybe it's a wall design, not sure about it. However, you guys can comment your thought on it. Then we saw Ash united with Paul, so another big return that we are going to see. Since we saw a Dialga vs Dragonite fight, and that male Dialga is of Paul. So Paul returned with the most famous Dragon type Pokemon, and he is going to battle against Ash Dragonite. Man, it's going to be fittingly amazing to see. After that we saw Greninja jumping through the tree, with then we saw Ash, Meta, Lucario and Greninja touching those red branches. Since I know some people have a huge confusion that from all those years Greninja touching those branches. So actually in Pokemon timelines run very weirdly, so we really don't know from how much time Greninja is there. Anyway, then we saw another hype scene in which Ash and Greninja is bonding with each other. Oh man, I am really so hyped to see this scene of Ash Greninja bond phenomenal. Although the trio are shown once again and transition changed and we saw Chloe performing on a contest stage. Since Eevee seems to be using a fairy type move, so most likely she has learned it from Sylveon. And this scene is from the next episode, means episode 105. Although after that we saw Ash Alola Pokemon with Ash Journey's Pokemon, and it's going to be so amazing to see these two teams interact with each other. Then we saw Do Mewtwo in return, and in my opinion this scene is from any upcoming Project Mew mission episode. After that we saw Do Cinderella attacking on someone, maybe in any normal battle I guess. Then we saw Do with Totio alongside Inteleon and Gardevoir, and it seemed they are in any type of tunnel where some entity Pokemon are attacking on them. Then we saw a small scene of Ash stalling for Meta Evolution, so maybe this scene is from the Ninja episode, or maybe this from that episode in which Ash and Lucario are going to Hemlock Gym. Then we saw Do with his Cinderella and Ruti for a moment, and by seeing their reaction it seemed they had encountered something. Then we saw Ash throwing his Pokeball, and I think it's Lucario inside. Although after that we saw the trio together, and maybe it's Professor Sai's lab scene, or maybe it's Alola region, as Pyukumuku Pokemon is also here. Then we saw a Chloe Yamper, which means after a long time we are again going to see this Pokemon. Anyway, then we saw a small scene of Team Rocket, and it seems to be from episode 106, which is going to be based on Team Rocket. After that we saw our trio in a different style running from something, with then we saw Chloe and Do in which Do is very excited from something. After that then we saw Ash all trained Pokemon, and by seeing the background I think this scene is from Paul's return episode, in which maybe Ash is showing his Pokemon to Paul. Also in my opinion, this is where we will see Ash-Greninja vs Paul Dargium match. Anyway, after that we saw Ash and Pikachu doing his 10 million Thunderbolt, and then the preview ended with a trio scene at the start in Professor Sai's lab. So it was an amazing special preview, and definitely upcoming episodes are going to be outstanding and going to create a lot of hype. Like Ash-Greninja return, Ash, Lucario and Greninja working together, Paul return and battle with Ash, Alola return, and maybe we will see Lily return too in Alola episode. Means we are going to see so many amazing things to happen in the upcoming episode. So make yourself prepared, as Pokemon journey is going to make you jump from bed with happiness. Although now that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, so don't forget to subscribe this and hit that bell button to get more related video in future. Also be sure to comment your thoughts and ideas about upcoming episode that we are going to see. Plus don't forget to follow me on my social media handles like Instagram, Twitter and my Facebook page. Thanks for watching.